A busy week rolls on for the Beach Boys from San Diego. Their Southeastern conquest hasn't quite gone to plan, with a mixed bag, just 3 points from 2 matches, but they are winners of 2 of their last 3. In the meantime, the home side is riding the ultimate high, their first ever win in a professional match. Who takes the cake tonight? We'll begin to find out in a matter of minutes. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Nice's Soccer. Tonight it's Club de Lyon hosting ALBION San Diego in a midweek matchup. From Daytona Stadium just outside Orlando, Florida, Ryan Davis joins myself, Danny Gatula, for live commentary. Pleasure to bring you this one on Vader Media. And as you see in front of you, the table is quite lopsided at the moment in favor of the boys in blue, Chattanooga FC. But here in mid to the bottom of the table, there's a lot of action going on as well. Ryan, we've talked about it before this broadcast. 2 teams who are definitely in good shape, having good momentum behind them, and I think they're playing their best football right now. Usually that means it's a good matchup in front of us.
Yeah, Danny, just looking at that table, it's now turned into the best of the rest. And I think Club de Lyon, after getting that big win just a week ago, has that confidence to come back home and start making this Daytona Stadium, which is temporary, may turn it into a fortress if they can get some sort of momentum and continue to get points at home.
Yeah, they've had quite a few chances, quite a few home matches early on this season, and they've only now started to really figure it out. It's a team that kept most of its roster from the UPSL side that had a lot of success a year ago. It's their first year in Nice, their first year as a professional club. For Albion, on their part, they are a second-year club in Nice, and before that they were, depending on who you ask, known as San Diego 1904 FC. They absorbed the club's space and the rights to the club in San Diego. So they've got a little bit more history behind them. They've got a few more points in the table, sitting 6th out of 9, but within reach of the top 3, I think, just with a win tonight. They've been very, very busy on their travels. It's their 3rd match in a week, all of those being away matches. And they are on the opposite coast, pretty much as far away in this country as you can be here in Daytona. Of course, they're from San Diego, California, in SoCal. Fatigue has to be a factor, I would think, tonight, Ryan.
Has to be a factor. Logging all those miles, we talked about in the previous broadcast we had a week ago, we talk about the extent that this country has to offer in regards to just mere miles to travel and play soccer. There's nothing like it on the rest of the planet. And for someone like San Diego to go from one coast to the other, to continue to play on the road and get points is no easy task. However, Danny, understand, being on the road can bring a team together. They gel, they have to hang out and spend long periods together off the field, which can bring results on the field. So far, Albion, with 2 wins out of 2, looking for number 3, they are looking like they're on that sort of path of coming together and changing their season around.
Yeah, that's right. A couple of matches ago went up against easily the best team in the league, and that's Chattanooga FC. Lost 2-0 out there in a respectable match. No shame in a loss in Chattanooga this season. And then followed that one up a few days ago at the weekend with a 4-1 victory, a thrashing of Savannah Clovers in South Georgia. And they've made a trip, 6 or 7 hours further south into Central Florida for this one. We mentioned it, both teams on good streaks. They're looking like they're playing their best football at the moment. Albion, they're playing away, and this is their 4th in their last 5, including these 3 in a row now that they're playing away. But like you said, sometimes that can help a team gel, and it feels like this Albion team is gelling, and they've got a lot of talent. There's, I think, especially a midfield trio that's got a lot of talent, and there's somebody especially I think you're looking out for in that midfield 3.
Yeah, number 10, Daniel Bedoya. He is a veteran player, spent some time in Hartford Athletic in USL Championship just a few years ago. And he's one of those calm, collected players. And with this Club de Lyon team, with their MO being high intensity, high pressure in the center circle, Bedoya is going to be the man, the escape valve, if you will, to take the pressure off of his team in that hyper-intensive atmosphere in the middle of the park. He's there to calm things down, dictate the play, and really get some tempo for this team on the road. So Bedoya is the guy I'm looking for. But let's see how this Club de Lyon team, who hunts in packs, how they handle this San Diego team coming on their path, on their turf. It could be a long night for Bedoya and the road team.
Yeah, it absolutely could, and that's mostly because of one man in the home side. He'll wear the number 9 today. There's no one else we could feature. Ignacio Ten Lopez, he had himself a day, a hat trick, Ryan, and it was fully deserved.
Yeah, he was like the jewel in the crown for last week's win. I mean, everyone fought so hard, raised the intensity, and created so many mistakes for the opposing team. And Lopez finished off beautifully. All of the moves, all of the intensity, all of the passes that came to him. He got the all-important penalty to get them started. He converted it, and he was the guy to lead the way to get all 3 points, their first 3 points of the season.
And it was Ten Lopez's first match playing for Club de Lyon, his first ever match in Nice as well, and he certainly showed out. Another player who will make his very first appearance tonight in the starting 11 for Club de Lyon, that's at the goalkeeper spot. Number 91, that's not a number you see often, especially in goal. It's Josue Mason, the Mexican citizen, but born and raised in Waukegan, Illinois. He's 31 years old, comes in with a lot of experience in indoor soccer, and he is making his debut with the outdoor team, of course, Club de Lyon tonight. Goalkeeper change can always present a little bit of danger or at least uncertainty, but I think Masson, he's got a cool head and he's obviously experienced. Shouldn't be a problem at goal for Lyon.
Especially trying to fill the big shoes of Nick Nelson. I mean, he has started every match thus far for Club de Lyon. The fact that they have to make a change for tonight is not the perfect scenario for the home team. But I'm sure Jose Mazon, with all that experience, even though it's in indoor, coming in the outdoor, it could be a little bit of a different environment. But I expect him to have at least a decent performance at home, especially with the support of that defense now. Getting that first win last week, the team has that confidence now, and it's going to be really hard to break down in front of Mazon. So he may have maybe not the hardest of times tonight. So maybe this is the perfect debut for him.
Yeah, it does seem ideal from his perspective, although Albion will certainly expect to pepper his goal with as many shots as possible. It's the first ever match between these two sides, of course, Club de Lyon being in their first season, and the first time that these two happen to match up. I think you can make an argument for both of these teams that it matters more to them than the other side. For Club de Lyon, I think it's a matter of proving that last time maybe wasn't a fluke, and also to put yourself back in that mid-table conversation. Maybe not in the Chattanooga reaches or even the top three, but a win tonight puts you firmly in contention in those mid-table spots. For Albion, that top three really is within reach. They're already on 7 points, could get to double digits tonight in the table after just 6 matches. It means a lot for both sides. Who do you think it means more for, Ryan, if you had to choose?
I think still Club de Lyon, even though they got their first 3 points just a week ago, they have to get something going, some sort of streak to get back in the discussion. Albion San Diego already has 2 wins under their belt and they're firmly in the mid-table. Club de Lyon just second to last. They need to get 3 points at home and make sure to cash in their home environment. So I think more of the pressure is on the home team. But because they know that and the discussion within the dressing room will be on that topic, I expect them to come out this evening and deliver.
You speak of the locker room for Club de Lyon. At the helm there is Victor Balaguer. He's the manager, his assistant, and the owner of the club is Fabian Purrain. That's a staff that really impressed me last time out, Ryan. I'm sure it's the same for you as well. That's some fantastic strategy that they pulled out. Some things that we really haven't seen from them all year long. We were able to see last weekend, a little over a week and a half ago now. It was possession. It was getting forward quickly when they had the opportunities. The players, obviously, you've got to give credit to, Ten Lopez especially. He scored the 3 goals. But tactically, it looked like a really well-drilled side, Club de Lyon.
You know, they have many different ways of getting goals, even though it's hard to convert them. But Club de Lyon took the route of defensively. Whenever they were going against the ball, they had such intensity that they created so many mistakes for the opponent. Then it was 1-2 passes in the box, try to convert. So they didn't have to build up play with 12-14 passes to get a strike. It was just high intensity and then have the other team cough it up. And Club de Lyon definitely showed that spirit and found a way to get the ball in the back of the net by just intensity and hustle.
Switching to the away side, their technical bench is led by Diego Lopez. In his first season, only a couple of months ago, took charge of this team from a pretty well-known name for Nice's standard. It's Jeff Korotowski. He left in December to go coach with Chattanooga Red Wolves in USL League One. He's been all over the place. But the new manager now, Diego Lopez is his name. He's been in charge of the academies of Queensborough FC and Sant Andreu in Andorra. Those are the leading roles that he's had, and now he's got a role at the helm of this Nice side in Albion San Diego. You imagine by this point, by the 5th or 6th match of the season, he's got his culture established, he's got his tactics established. I don't think there's an excuse anymore for a first-year coach that it's not the players that he wants or it's not the culture that he wants. This is a team that's been molded around Lopez by this point, and I think they're playing the soccer that would prove that.
Yeah, well said, Danny. He's also discovered the pace of Nice, so he understands what it takes to have his team ready to go up against that intensity. So yes, in practice, he's going to try to match that during the midweek, so the players are prepared when they come out on the weekend to contest in Nice. So yes, this San Diego team is definitely taking the shape and the aura of their coach, Diego Lopez.
Well, you see the two sides coming out, and you'll see on the screen in a moment the starting 11 for both these sides. Should give you Club de Lyon first, and there you do see it on your screen. On the back line, it's Matias Cruz, it's Matteo Borrelli, you've got Tomas Iriarte wearing the 22, and Christopher Clement, a French and Spanish dual national. That's the back line. They'll play in front of Josué Masson wearing the 91. We mentioned him before. Agustin Ortiz and Gabriel Privitera should figure in central midfield. The wings are Yuki Shibata of Japan and Matias Purrain of Argentina. Up top, Victor Blanco, and that man that we'll have our eye on, Ignacio Ten Lopez. Other side coming to you on the other side of this national anthem. See you then. Before he will be a main man in the middle of the park. Up top, it's Lenin Carreon. He'll wear 18 today. And on his wings, to the right, Jonathan Basayas and Shinja Kadono, another Japanese outside midfielder, one on each side. He'll play on the left. Another guy to watch out for who we haven't mentioned for Albion from me is going to be that Japanese winger Shinja Kadono, 5'7", 26-year-old from Kobe, Japan originally. Played for the Cal Berkeley Bears. That's a high-quality program, and he has only exceeded expectations since then. He's played for Tormenta FC in USL League One, represented Loudoun United in USL Championship. He was the 72nd pick in the MLS Super Draft in 2019. He was picked by DC United a few years ago. He's made all 5 starts this year. He's got 1 goal on the campaign, and he's certainly capable of more, Ryan.
Yeah, in this 4-3-3 matchup that they'll be playing, a lot is going to be expected on the wide play, the wing play. And no doubt he's going to have a heavy role to play tonight on the road to try to find his team some creativity, some spark when the ball does go out wide. And when the players start to crash within the middle, he's going to have to try to pick them out and also provide space when they're under so much pressure from this Club de Lyon team. He's going to be expected to hold the ball up and have other players fill the gaps in the middle as the ball comes back in.
Yeah, it'll be very important to keep an eye on that tactically. Something else to consider, Albion have 5 players in the starting 11 who have scored at least 1 goal on the campaign. And really for Club de Lyon, it's mostly Ten Lopez. He had those 3 goals last time out, but Yuki Shibata on the wing and Victor Blanco up top also have a goal apiece. With that, we are just about ready to go, and it looks like it will be Club de Lyon to get things kicked off. We are awaiting the start of this one. Center referee today, Alejo Calume, joined by Preston Joyner and Sebastian Ocampo on the sidelines. 4th official is Jamie Crosby. Calume says, let's get started, and we are ready to do so. Opening whistle, and we are underway in Daytona Beach.
Both teams playing in a 4-3-3. You can expect high pressure. It immediately turns it into a sort of a blanket sort of high pressing system, as you can see already from the away team. And they're not going to allow Club de Lyon to try to settle in their home park and get any sort of rhythm.
Well, no settling early is already getting a touch in that high pressure impacts that you mentioned, Ryan, was for a moment. Let's see, I think it was Jonathan Basayas, but now a potential to get into the attacking areas. They do so, but not for long. Picked up by Albion, and they'll have their first possession. That's given away quickly. Both sides trying for this pressure, and now it could be a chance. Ten Lopez, you know he can score. Leave it off. Center of the park. Potential for a shot. It does come edge of the box. It takes a touch, and it will just find its way out. In fact, I don't think there was any touch defensively. Just wide. Well, that was quite the start for Lyon.
Danny, wins and goals cure all ailments. Look at the confidence of this team. They have a shot in the opening 2 minutes of the match on top of the box, but not just a shot, the lovely interplay and the confidence you see on top of the 18-yard box. Just a hangover from that fantastic win they had just a week ago.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a hangover that they will not mind going through, as now we'll see Albion San Diego, how they'll react to this pressure. It's not something we've seen from Club de Lyon in the past. If they've looked at game film of this club, that's not something that they will have anticipated. Even in the 3-2 win last time, it was more counter-attacking that got them their successes, those 3 goals. We'll see if that changes tonight. On the ball now, Ronaldo Pineda. He'll send it forward. Be a chance for Corey Lundin. He'll send it out wide. This is a good ball for Basayas on the right wing, and a good tackle will release a throw-in for Albion.
Lundin got that opening goal just in 8 minutes in the last match in that fantastic win for Albion San Diego. So more be expected of him.
Yeah, he's a SoCal native through and through. Went to Point Loma Nazarene for his college soccer. 22-year-old, 5'8" from San Luis Obispo. And this one's going to be crossed into the center. It's a nice clearance at the first time of asking, but not fully away. Potential to get a shot, and this will be a foul in a very dangerous area. Early free kick in the 3rd minute, and this is about the most dangerous spot you could have a direct free kick from.
Yeah, good creative play, aggressive play, taking responsibility, taking on defenders, and a clumsy challenge by Tomas Yariate. And I think now, like you said, Danny, good position, maybe just a little too far out, but with the newcomer in goal, Jose Mason, you have to understand San Diego are going to try a direct free kick here and see if the keeper can pull off a save.
We'll see who ends up taking it. I can tell you that we've got a couple of players in the area. Tyler Guevara is one on the right side. And it looks like he's most set up to take it, but Lundin is on his left. 2 options at a big wall.
It definitely favors the left foot. Just like the fact that Guevara has taken the last run-up. Have to believe it's going to be number 13.
We shall see. Both sides ready. Whistle blows. It will give you all right. It comes in. It is immediately rejected. Nice job by the wall. Potential to break, but that's snuffed out quickly. And we'll see a whistle as well.
Excellent stuff from the wall. We talk about little things during the match. Well, those are one of the little things that make the difference. The wall jumping, getting in the way of the free kick, and then within the counter-attack, looks like the defender may have stuck his hand out to stop the counter-attack. Something that Club de Lyon was so effective in just 7 days ago.
Yeah, you imagine that's a priority for this Albion San Diego side, is to stop those counter-attacks where Club de Lyon were so lethal. And the ball it is Iriarte, the man who comes in to replace the injured Sebastian Mateus. Really horrific injury there, and obviously hoping that we don't see a repeat of that this evening, as we'll see a goal kick to come for Albion. But just those 2 changes this evening from last week's match. Club de Lyon bringing in the goalkeeper Masson to replace Nick Nelson, who is on the bench. He is eligible to come in as a substitute, and then Iriarte comes in at that center back position. Long ball now from Albion, and look at this. This is a really nice ball. It's going to link up perfectly with Carono, and that's a great tackle. It'll be out for a throw. That's a huge, huge defensive effort, but still not away. Potential chance for Carono on the throw-in. Still has it in the corner. He'll play it backwards. Working it around patiently. Nice build-up play, but a missed touch, and it'll go the other way after the miss from Lenin Carreon. That's an excellent challenge in midfield. It won't amount to anything, as it'll be a free kick going at Club de Lyon's way.
Danny, they're so direct, Club de Lyon, that when they break, they don't go side to side. They get them go direct north-south, and the defender has to just lunge just to slow down the momentum and stop the counter-attack. Got the job done in the end. More like a professional foul, no yellow card. If that continues, the referee's going to have to think otherwise in responding to those sliding tackles.
This one is sent out wide, and just a little bit of issue in possession right now for Lyon. They will send this one long, though. And there could be space out here. There sure is. Look at this. It's Privitera. He loses possession. But again, the directness of this Club de Lyon team. They get the ball back quickly, and they go immediately towards the goal. This time it'll be an Albion throw, though. So into the 7th minute, and neither side are making bones about their strategy. They both want to get forward, both want to try and score goals. Of course, that's the goal for any club, but both these teams have been fairly direct. Not too much finesse, there's no need for it. Both these teams just want to get forward. This one's worked out left. A bit too much pressure there, so sent backwards. Albion will try again. And the ball, Ernest Mitchell from Montclair, New Jersey. His brother Rold is a U20 international for Trinidad and Tobago, where Ernest also has heritage. The ball now, Tyler Gabara. Now it's Patty sent all the way back to Ben Roach, the goalkeeper. Mitchell again. Big frame at 6'2", Mitchell. Sends this one long, and it deflects pretty heavily off of Rojas. It'll be a throw-in for San Diego.
Funny you should bring up Trinidad and Tobago. They have 2 humongous matches coming up in 2 weeks' time. They're the Gold Cup qualifiers, and they have matches against Barbados and Puerto Rico. It's a group of 3, and Trinidad and Tobago is expected to win that group, but still have to go out on the field during that 90 minutes and deliver in those matches. So all the pressure on TNT in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right, and especially after the last World Cup qualifying campaign was a disappointment for most, as this could be very promising. It's a nice ball for Rojas. The first touch is well wide. Certainly a hard technique to get right. Good effort from Shibata, but does not find the goal frame.
Well, Victor Blanco did everything right. A beautiful touch over the last defender, and Shibata just couldn't get his foot around the ball and ended up splicing it past the first post. But again, being direct, being creative, Victor Blanco, point 1, point A to point B, as quick as possible. Shibata just couldn't convert.
Not quite, but it's certainly promising from Club de Lyon. Looked like the side creating a few more chances, of course, very, very early. Still short of 10 minutes. Mitchell's back on it. He'll send it long. And now will stay in along the left touch line. Through midfield. Looks like a foul, and it is. 8.5 minutes gone, and again, a free kick. Set pieces seem to be the way that Albion are most likely to get chances. This time they'll go short, and they'll go quickly. Left wing. Trying some interplay here. And it's nice passing in these triangles. We've seen it a couple times now. This time it'll amount to nothing. Club de Lyon throw, but that's where Albion seem to be dangerous as well, as when 2 or 3 kind of get together and work in some interwebs. Throw-in comes in now, and I think they're going to move this one back, so we'll try it again on that right side. Cruz sends it in. Borrelli for Iriarte. Still Tomas Iriarte in midfield. A little bit of pressure now. Albion putting a bit of fire to Club de Lyon on the ball. And here is the interception that they were searching for. They won't hold on long. And this will go out of play, though. Albion gifted the ball back on the touchline.
You know, credit to Albion. We talked about the amount of miles they've logged. You can still see intensity and high pressing in their defensive setup. Really not allowing Club de Lyon to sort of finesse their way through the middle of the park. Immediately winning the ball back, and it just shows their intensity and their drive to come on the road and put their mark on the game and not just sit back and have Club de Lyon dictate.
Yeah, that's certainly not going to be the case. I think both these sides have a strong desire to be on the ball, to control the proceedings, and usually that amounts to both sides really having to settle a bit for something more like 50-50. Here's a long ball out to the right, and it's picked up with a lot of space. Corey Lundin. A couple of touches. Ooh, played it out wide and wasn't on the same page with his right winger, Carono. Instead, here come Club de Lyon the other way. Will they go direct again? Of course they will. It's hardly a question. Played out to the right, sent backwards, and this time they'll be a bit more patient, will Club de Lyon. Worked out left, takes a couple of skips on what is an artificial turf here.
Always want to see Club de Lyon in this sort of setup. Albion San Diego now in a low block. And yep, just like we thought, instead of finessing the ball, they're trying to go direct to their wings, just try to make something happen.
Prividera continuing to make that effort to put something together. It doesn't come out, and a clash in midfield, no foul. Looked to be fair, and that's what the referee goes with. Albion on the back line. There's the left back, Gabara. Into midfield, crowded there, but they hold on to possession, the boys in blue. Set out right. That's Andrew Kisiewski. Back for Mitchell, sends it long. Quite a few touches early for Corey Lundeen. He'll use another one to get it up the pitch. And it comes right back to that central area. Moved out left. Gabara. Now it's Patty, and this is Ernest Mitchell. Gabara again. Patient play. Albion taking their time, and they've got a lot of space in which to work. This feels a lot more like the previous fixture as Patty will switch it out left.
You know, we talked about Diego Lopez and having his team ready. And you can see the players on the ball. Look at the confidence despite the pressure. Yes, they cough it up here, but that little sequence before just showed their identity and how willing they are to hold on to the ball, even though they're on the road and dictate.
Lots of players forward right now. One of those classic counterattacks for the boys in red, and going down inside the box. That will yield a free kick. It's Klasiewski, the right back from Washington, D.C. He will earn that free kick for Albion.
Love to see a right back coming inside and supporting the centre backs, being physical, winning the free kick. Coach Lopez, I'm sure that's going to get him on his feet, and applaud his right back.
In midfield, battle for it. It's won by Club de Lyon and sent backwards. Still patient from Club de Lyon right now. On this right side, they cough it up for a moment. We'll see who that one touched last. It will be a Club de Lyon throw-in. Now, we mentioned it a moment ago, Ryan. Both these sides will want to dominate, will want to have a lot of the ball and get forward, but I don't think the quality of these two sides is going to allow for it to be dominant on either side. It'll be interesting to see in this midfield that's kind of turned into a slugfest, who's able to have that moment or that piece of brilliance that sets them apart.
Yeah, I think the visitors have to be aware. As you can see, Club de Lyon hunting in packs here. They have to be careful with the ball. If it's given away, like now, it's going to be direct passes and in on goal.
Well, that was the intent. It could still be on here. And neither side really, in any moment, whether they're winning it back or giving it away, neither side really able to establish any kind of control. It's very hectic at the moment. And we'll see a free kick go the way of Albion San Diego. Very much stop-start, but even when we're in runs of play without whistles, it just feels like neither team can establish a sense of control.
Love the aggression by the home team, Club de Lyon, but what happens as the minutes tick on and that energy factor starts to kick in? As you can see, they break up another play here.
Here's a great through ball, and it's Ten Lopez, the danger man. He'll go for goal, and it's a really nice save. Great positioning on that occasion from Ben Roach. But that's exactly what you mentioned, Ryan. That is the danger. But coming the other way, there's still danger. It's going the other direction. Albion, they'll work it out left. There's a lot of space out there. Oh, and it's just intercepted. Really nice defensive play by the left back. That's Clement. He loses out.
The final pass just wasn't there for San Diego, but a lovely counter attack of their own.
Guevara swings it out left. This one played in midfield.
I was about to make the point that what's going to happen when the minutes do tick on. Yes, we see Club de Lyon with the counter attack. The first shot on goal coming within 15 minutes of this match. What happens when these two teams slug it out and things have to slow down? That energy factor starts to kick in. Looks like San Diego does have that sort of finesse and guile in the midfield to play a slower game. If Club de Lyon don't get the results with the quick counters, with the high press, can they adjust? We saw them get the results, getting that first goal in their last match because of their pressing. But let's see if we can withstand the San Diego guile and finesse in the midfield if the clock ticks on.
In comes a free kick. It's low, and you saw the idea. It looked like it came off the training ground, but they might have to train on it a bit more. That second pass was not quite as accurate as they would have liked. Guevara's got it still towards the left corner flag. He'll cut back, has some help. It's crossed in, and there is danger there. It's headed away for now, but now there's a clash, and Masson did make some contact. And Albion are making that case. They're not going to win that argument usually when the player you're going up against is a goalkeeper. He usually has the right to initiate a bit more contact, and that was the case on that occasion, but not a bad service in from there.
Well, Danny, you're going to judge keepers on cross balls and loose balls. So many times we see them make excellent shot stopping, have excellent shot stopping ability. But when the ball is loosened in the air like that, what about their judgment and their awareness? And we can see Mazon, who's having his debut tonight in the outdoor environment rather than the indoor environment, is struggling with that loose ball.
Yeah, that's right, and it almost makes me think, as you made that description of Brandon Barnes last time out for Gold Star Detroit in our last match for Club de Lyon at home that we both covered. He was fantastic with his reaction saves, but he did struggle with those kind of open 50-50 balls, and it did cost his team a couple of times. Well, how about this? Club de Lyon continuing down the outsides where they tend to have a bit more space. And there just wasn't enough of it to work in that time. It will go out of play, though, despite the best efforts of Gabara. A throw-in now for Club de Lyon.
A chance now for the home team just to progress further down the pitch and try to pin ALBION San Diego in their own half. And try to have a good sequence of passing. Maybe get another shot on goal, get some confidence going within the players.
Good hold-up play for Ten Lopez. Nice shielding. And this one's crossed in. There is space. Ten Lopez is there. He gets hit. But again, on both sides, there's some contact from a goalkeeper that doesn't result in a whistle. I think it's good play from the referees on both sides to decide against a penalty in those situations. But we will stop the play as there's a resulting potential energy. Right now, Club de Lyon not pleased with the decision, but on both sides, again, this situation results in the same no call. Ryan, I like the decision, although you do want to make sure Ten Lopez is okay here.
Yeah, I'm going to just take the other side on this one, Danny. I think the keeper missed it. He came late. As a result of that, he hit Ten Lopez in the head, hence the reason for the injury timeout. Once there's a head injury, it's going to be immediate stoppage. Ten Lopez did get there before the keeper. No whistle, like you said, Danny. Not sure if that was the right decision because the keeper was the last one to the party. But no whistle, played on. But again, Club de Lyon being direct, not going side to side. Through ball to Ten Lopez. Good run by him. Just couldn't finish it off. But again, asking the right questions in the last third.
Yeah, good to see Ten Lopez soldier on. But you make a good point, Ryan. It was a bit late from the goalkeeper, and he does make contact. We will get to see it one more time thanks to the Vader replay people. Yeah, I mean, and it almost comes in the back as well, which sort of changes things. And it is interesting because VAR is not an option today. No video assistant in Nisa. And you just wonder if there had they have taken a look at that and potentially changed it.
You know, Danny, they could have offered us a little bit of money to do the VAR as well as the commentary. But they didn't provide us with that option. But anyway, so maybe VAR will be an option eventually, like you said, in all formats of the game. But referee's decision stands, and he has an impossible task in making a bang-bang call. And I think it's all right to give the goalkeeper the benefit of the doubt. I understand that stance. So the score stays at 0-0, and Club de Lyon have to be proud of that sequence and just providing some sort of attacking play.
Yeah, it's promising from both sides in moments, but again, neither side have really taken it by the scruff of the neck and clearly held an advantage. Here's a foul in midfield. The man who's been knocked off the ball is Agustin Ortiz from Mendoza, Argentina, and that will yield a free kick. And it's interesting as well, Ryan, because I keep seeing number 33, which is Sean Sharma. We had him on the bench in the lineup we were given, but it appears that he's out there as the left back. And I'm wondering, I guess that would be in for Chris Clement, something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. Wasn't sure if the shirts were switched, but you're right. 33 is Sean Sharma. So just going by Club de Lyon's description of their jerseys, yep, you're absolutely right.
And it does look like Sharma as well. He's a tall figure, 6 foot even, assuming that is him, from Erie, Pennsylvania. Played for the tribe of William and Mary, and also spent time on the books at Stumptown Athletic back when they were a part of this NISA league. Yeah, we've got a stoppage that was off our screen. Not sure what's prompted it. If we do find out, we'll let you know. And still awaiting what that decision might be, as it looks like whatever it is, the restart will be in favor of Club de Lyon, or at least for now, it's at the feet of Josue Masson.
So is it A pitch invader, B, an injury, or C, maybe a water break? Not sure. Just looking at the players and how they are very interested on what's happening. It could be A. That's the popularity of NISA right now. We may have streakers and pitch invaders. Of course, we're not going to show that in our coverage.
No, of course not, and that's how it should be. I mean, it comes with the territory as the league grows, and I guess the team especially as they continue to pick up results. You imagine more fans are trickling in. I mean, if we're playing trivia with Ryan Davis, among your 3 options, I like the pitch invasion option best, especially because these defenders in front of us that we have seen on the screen have not gone off, so that would tell me it's not a hydration break. I do wonder if that's what's happened. Either way, we'll get back underway, 23rd minute, and neither side has found a way to break the 0-0 deadlock.
Annie, just to warn you, I was a professional at the board game Clue. So just after hours upon hours, I am a sleuth.
That explains a lot.
So that's the reason I put the option A as pitch invader. So I think I'm just going to stick with that one. Wrong or right?
I'll go with you on that one, especially now the news that I've received that you've got such Clue prowess, and it explains a lot as well. It explains a lot. Here we go the other direction as Albion would like to have a little bit of fun in the attack, almost as much as we're having. And this is good play, but that last pass is just going to fall a bit left of
But I like it, Danny. I love the confidence this Albion San Diego team has with each other, and they're passing within the midfield despite the pressure by Club de Lyon, which is no easy task to get around.
Well, Club de Lyon would like to get forward themselves. Played out left. Privatera cuts inside. He's got space, and he goes down in the box. It's a real penalty shout, and it's a real penalty as well. Privatera comes up limping. I believe this will be a kick from the spot, 12 yards away. That's what the referees indicated, and it looked pretty clear to me.
Well, the referee's right on top of it. He was in a perfect position. And guess who's being brave? Privatera asking the question, making defenders converge, and there was the tackle. It looks like it was number 7, Jonathan Bazaez, coming in from midfield, sticking his foot, and as we would say, getting caught with his foot in the cookie jar.
He'll get a yellow card, and it's interesting because the referee's been specific just now to make a motion to refer back to a previous foul. I wonder if that means it's from accumulation of fouls. I don't remember any other fouls against Bazaez, but that could be the case. Either way, a yellow card goes to the 20-year-old, and he's an attacking midfielder by trade, more of an attacking player than a defensive one, and it is a bit of an attacker's challenge, and that will put this man on the spot again. Of course it is. Ignacio Ten Lopez, more than 30 years of age, a lot of experience, and he could have a 4th goal in 2 games. He does! Ten Lopez opens the scoring just like last time, and from the spot just like last time as well. Club de Lyon 1, Albion 0.
It's like drinking a cup of tea for Lopez. Makes no mistake, looks to his right, goes to left, The keeper bit and he bit hard, and there's the dance. Thoroughly deserved. That's his 4th goal on the trot. But it's this man who won the penalty. Privatera, being confident, being aggressive, making the defenders lunge. You can see the stop, and then finally at the last minute, just turning his body and going to his left, keeper's right. No chance for the keeper, and you cannot stop Lopez at the moment and this Club de Lyon team.
Well, Ryan, I was going to have you rate the penalty, but now I think I'd rather ask you about the dance. That was quite a unique move as well.
Going penalty 9, dance 10.5 out of 10.
Fully deserved from the clue master Ryan Davis as we get back underway. Again, it's 1-0 in favor of Club de Lyon. That's Ten Lopez's 4th in 2 matches, and of course we're really quite early in this one. You just wonder if a hat-trick could be on the cards again, a 2nd straight hat-trick. That would be something. We'd have to look at the history books at how many is the record for goals scored in 2 consecutive matches. Ten Lopez could be headed in that direction as a free kick goes the way of Albion.
Danny, look what Ten Lopez just did. He gave up the foul with an absolutely intense tackle on the midfielder. He's trying to put his mark on the game, not only by scoring goals, but remember, your centre forward is also your first defender, and he's definitely using and showing that role.
Well, in the corner, it could be a chance for Basayas, who gave away the penalty. Could he make up for the mistake? He will not be able to that time try to lay off, but Corey Lundin was not in the area that Basayas thought that he was in. Mitchell will pick it up instead for Albion, and they'll try again with Ben Roach. Hattie's got it, nearing midfield, and not a whole lot of opposition in that goal. Ronaldo Pineda now. Back where it came from with Anthony Patty, 6'1" center back. Out wide, that's Cardano. In midfield, here's Gabara. Mitchell out left, Klazowski. Only player who's not a midfielder or forward for Albion who's got a goal this year, the right back, 23 years old. And he actually played with the previous iteration of San Diego Nisa Soccer. He was a member of that 1904 team before they lost funding and Albion took over. Out left, Cardano. Play it backwards. And can they work through midfield here? Pineda's got it, and that's his goal. It's incisive passing at the moment. Will it amount to anything? Tackle, and that'll only find its way right to Cardano again. He'd like to go out wide, and he will for a moment, but it touched him last, so the red side will get a throw in. Club de Lyon have the ball back.
If my memory serves me correctly, that San Diego 1904 team was partly funded by Eden Hazard, the Belgian legend playing for Real Madrid. Certainly put his money down and tried to encourage this Nisa team to come through the ranks. Didn't work out, but he was certainly a part of the financial contribution just years ago.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We'll get back to that topic as there's another chance for Club de Lyon. They'd like to go up by a double, and that won't be the case. But yeah, you're exactly right, Ryan. I think we'll probably see, no, actually we'll just play advantage. It's probably a free kick on the cards, but that's exactly right. Eden Hazard and his former Chelsea teammate Demba Ba were both part of that ownership group, and that was part of the ownership group that ended up leaving 1904, and as a result, the team had to dissolve, and meanwhile falling over the ball after some help on some contact in midfield. And I think we're going to see has a yellow card been shown as well? Let's take a look at this replay.
Excellent call by the referee. Excellent call by the referee. Tackle from behind, professional foul. The player had momentum with the 1-2 and was about to drive the ball into the box, which would really put the centre-backs on a very, very awkward position. He gave up the free kick, immediate yellow card, and now same sort of distance, this time for the right footer, so probably not going to see Gabara in this one. But a chance for ALBION San Diego to test out Hussein Mazon's shot-stopping ability if they can keep it on frame. Last time the wall did a terrific job in jumping up and getting ahead and being the obstacle in the way. Let's see if the free kick taker on the right footer could do better.
Yeah, we shall see. Gabara is still there in the two-man party behind the ball, but as you say, you imagine it'll come from the other side this time. And it will. In it goes again. The wall does its job, but it's in the middle. It's absolutely snatched at by Lenin Carreon. And now trying to break the other way. That's another professional foul on the other end. And the yellow cards continue to be dispatched. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that'll be Lundin, who is getting back defensively. And so a free kick instead of the very promising opportunity for Lyon.
Let's go back to the wall. It did all of this. It created this opportunity for Privatera to have a lovely turn. And I guess Lundin, being that he's not really the last defender, but certainly couldn't afford Privatera to get on his bike and start riding down the line. So pulled him back, got the yellow card. But what a defensive effort by Club de Lyon and the wall.
Well, it's the penalty from Ten Lopez, just like it was last time. That's the only separation between us, but Ten Lopez would like to add to his tally. He'll have a go. That's not the first time we've seen him just turn and fire from there. Impressive the power that he generates. That is not easy to turn and just have a go from there, but Ben Roach is equal to the task in any case. Stays 1-0.
Yep, momentum going backwards, just sort of off balance, still manages to get the shot off on target. Could you imagine this man in full stride with momentum going forward, getting a clear look? That's the sort of confidence he has right now.
Mitchell on the ball for Albion. Out left for Patty. It's continued up this left side, but a little bit too far left. And those wings, I think, are where Albion would like to have success. It's been their plan from the outset, for the most part, is to play it out wide, work it back in the middle through intricate passing. The passing's been there, except for maybe the final pass, but out wide they are not finding much success. Long throw comes in, takes a couple of bounces, and for now easily recouped. Patty. Roach for Mitchell. Mitchell does like to get forward. He's pretty confident on the ball, especially for a big 6'2" center back. Worked out left. Be a chance to come into the interior. That was the plan, and not the best of passes. It'll be intercepted and picked up. Club de Lyon will get themselves out of trouble. Well, how about that to break out of pressure? And they could get forward now. This is a really nice idea. It's a great ball to Ten Lopez, but he just doesn't have the legs to catch up. Ben Roach is there first.
Oh, talk about individual ability. Matias Burain under pressure, using his players as dummies, as they would say. Showing the ball to them and just pulling it away, and the defenders went for a drink and completely got lost on their way there. And Burain just turns the other way and creates an attack of his own.
Yeah, I think they went to pay a game of Clue, actually, as Ernest Mitchell's got it. Played in the midfield. That's still my favorite part of this broadcast so far. Ronaldo Pineda's got it. He'll move it out. Well, he thought about moving it right. Instead, he'll play it back where it came from with Mitchell, the Trinidadian. And this one is intercepted by Privatera, who's been very active on that left side of midfield. Getting forward, speaking of activity. How about this man? That is Ortiz, who lost it. Still a throw to come for Club de Lyon in a dangerous attacking area.
This is Ortiz's third consecutive start in a row. He certainly has confidence. He has momentum and form at this part of the season. And it's just like the rest of this Club de Lyon team. I'm going to say this, Danny. It's like if someone stepped into a nest of ants. Club de Lyon have woken up over the last two matches, and they're playing with such intensity. And I'm glad they're wearing red, because they remind me of red ants. That when you step into that ant's nest, they just explode and cause all sort of havoc. And right now, teams just don't seem to have the answer of them pressing high and creating mistakes and then converting.
That's a great analogy, Ryan. Havoc is exactly what we're seeing from Club de Lyon. It's not particularly finesse like we've seen from Albion a bit more, and I think Gold Star could probably say the same. Maybe they played the better football, especially in that first half where they were mostly dominating possession, but Club de Lyon just kind of getting their opposition just enough off of their game, just enough out of the rhythm they want to be in to keep them from scoring, and then on the other end, absolute chaos and quickness breaking forward. Well, we've got a corner to come now, as maybe not the ideal clearance for Matias Cruz, but it was safer than the alternative to let it go. So the Mendoza, Argentina native leaves it out, and it's a corner to come. Looks like going over there to take it is the striker, Lennon Carreon. Carreon, by the way, an interesting story. Played with the Bayern World Squad in 2022. American and Mexican citizenship. His parents are both from Tunitlan in Hidalgo. He'll play a short corner, and now he'll get to cross it in. Oh, looking for the header was Ronaldo Pineda, but he couldn't get there. It was intercepted first at the near post, cleared away.
We looked at the wall just minutes ago on both sides of the goal with the free kicks. This time a corner, the ball driven in, but guess who's there? The first defender rises above, clears the ball out, takes the pressure off of everyone else. Club de Lyon defensively, they are all heart, soul, they get engaged, and they're very physical, and it seems to separate teams right now over the last few weeks.
Ball in midfield is picked up, but it'll be a whistle instead, and I think you just saw in the bottom right corner of your screen the management for Club de Lyon, Victor Balaguer, to be specific, he was not pleased, as there's a player down as well in blue.
Yep, another physical challenge by Club de Lyon.
He's trying to get an idea of who that is. Not particularly convenient that his back is to the ground. I'd like to see the number when we get a chance. He does get back up, and he'll try to shake it off. That'll be the number 11, Shinja Kadono, who is one of the bigger names on this team, one of the more experienced guys, 26 years of age. We've talked about him. He's been drafted into MLS, played significant minutes at the second division level. And we'll just see a replay of how this happened. Here's Kadono on the ball. And, oh yeah, just a follow-through. And that's unfortunate, too, because from a Club de Lyon perspective, Iriarte does get the ball cleanly, and just that kind of follow-through he wasn't watching out for, but it does seem like the right decision.
Yeah, it just seems to go with the MO right now, Danny. The intensity, the type of tackle, the sort of energy, the mustard behind the tackle, as they would say.
Here's a great ball outside. Nice little slipped outside of the boot pass from Bedoya. What we come to expect from him, Kadono is battling for it, and he did not win that battle. It's really nice defending, and it will lead to a shoot eye, and then we'll have a throw in. And again, we're assuming this is Shan Sharma on the left side of defense. Usually a central midfielder, but can play on any defensive position as well. Pretty versatile player, and he'll throw it in now.
Have to be versatile this day and age. It's a coach's dream to have players playing multiple positions. Long seasons, players get injured, players get out of form, so you have to be able to fill different roles if you're a footballer. And going back to Kadono, he has switched sides from left to right to try to get something going for San Diego. Again, just met with aggression, and they close down quickly when the ball goes out to the wing. And they seem to have an idea that Kadono, do not give him space, do not give him momentum.
Well, space and momentum are exactly what Albion find on the left for a moment, but it's closed down quickly. Credit to the Lyon defenders. Still on the ball, though, Albion. Pineda with it. Is it out to his left? Gabara. Gabara would like it back, but no opportunity for that. It'll be a throw-in for Albion now. Left off for Gabara. He'll survey his options with 5 or so minutes to play. And with no hydration break, I don't imagine there will be a whole lot of extra time that will add in stoppage. And another battle for it is picked up by Club de Lyon. It feels like they have been the kings of the 50-50 ball today. And going down in midfield, as the referee whistled, he has, and he's actually going to go back to a foul that he was trying to play advantage for. So Burrain will take it from his own half.
Well, brilliant refereeing, but the play by Victor Blanco was even more spectacular. Took on 2 players, dribbled right in between them. He got fouled. The referee waited for a second to see how far he can go. If he can get a pass off to create an advantage, did not, brought the play back. Brilliant refereeing, brilliant dribbling by Victor Blanco.
And now the defenders for Club de Lyon just holding on to possession. Suits them for now. They're up a goal, and they do have the advantage, it seems, in the run of play as well. Feels deserved at the moment. Of course, anything can change if You think back, if you were with us, to the last match that Club de Lyon were in. It was a home match against Gold Star FC Detroit. We've mentioned it. A 3-2 win where they went up 2-0, and they ended up giving up 2 goals in quick succession, nearly let it slip, but were able to get a third from Ten Lopez in stoppage time. Early minutes of almost 20 minutes of stoppage time in a very wild match. And again, nothing doing for Albion. So all that to say, it's certainly not impossible for a side really anywhere in Nice to pull themselves back from the brink, and I don't think we're anywhere close to the brink at this point. Albion still playing quality football, trying to win the ball back here, and they won't. It'll be a free kick that'll go Club de Lyon's way.
I tell you what, I love the dribbling of Matthias Purain, but it's in the wrong place. If there's any sort of slip up, any sort of mistake in that holding midfield position.
Privatera wants to slip it through, and if that's understandable when Ten Lopez is the guy on the end of it. Really nice interception by Ernest Mitchell, because that was a shot on target otherwise.
Again, is Privatera just trying to create things on this left side, just like Cardona is supposed to do on the other, but Privatera getting more time and space because the play is being broken up in the middle of the park and getting to Privatera's feet quicker than Cardona is for San Diego. Privatera being allowed to get some momentum and some space to create some havoc and get a chance, or create a chance.
Off the long throw, and Albion moving with purpose up this left side. Interception, a couple of tackles, and again, the ball just falls to Club de Lyon. A bit of fortune and a bit of extra effort win them the ball back in their own half. Now it's tight spaces, but they're able to work through them. Excellent passing, and through midfield. Lopez moves it out left. Sharma. He'll try a cross. Lopez is one of the guys in there, but no one in red is able to pick it up. Nice job by Ben Roach to claim that cross coming the other way. Ooh, it's quick. We'll try to get back to this in a moment. As working down the left side, there is space. It's a nice ball. Comes in from Carreon. Up the left side, Basais could cross it in now. He could, and he will. And a header comes in. It's partially blocked. Still in the area. Nice touch by Carreon. And somehow, Masson is there to make the save. That's brilliant build-up play from Albion.
Absolutely. The best play of the game so far for San Diego. Almost results in a goal. They get a good shot off. Good cross. Not handled well by the centre-back, but Carreon. Look at that control. Just brings it on with his right. Gets his shot off with his left. But just couldn't get his body behind it to get a powerful shot. In the end, the first real save for Josue Masson comes in the 44th minute.
Albion will be hoping that there's more testing to be done of Masson's goalkeeping ability. Again, it's his first ever appearance in Nice and for this Club de Lyon side. Moved out right, it is onside, and it's a really nice run. Back into the middle, cutting back outside along the edge of the box. It's dangerous for these defenders. Got to make sure they don't give away a foul. They don't. A corner kick is coming. And we'll just see who takes it.
Little frustration for Daniel Bedoya. 2 opportunities he had to cross. He looked up, saw no blue shirts. Had to continue faking and holding the ball up until some support arrives, but none actually came. In the end, they won the corner, but have to understand that Albion have to be more aggressive in crashing the box when the ball does go out wide.
Well, it's the midfielder Tyler Gabara, NC State graduate from Arnold, Maryland. He is set to put this one in. He'll play it short this time, and it finds Basais, the Chilean. Basais will get it back inside the box. Excellent defending. Perfect job not to stick a leg in and commit a foul, but just get to the ball first, clear it away, and Pineda will have to be tasked with trying again. He goes down, and looks like a foul. They will get it back underway, but that is pretty far away from the spot of the foul, so they'll try it again with Mitchell. All right, Gabara. They switched places as well. We mentioned that Codono did that earlier on. Pineda with it. Now on the ball, Klazowski. He'll play it long. Nice chested down. And it's a touch inside from Codono. What can he do now? Whips it out to the corner. Very difficult to get a space for a cross. Bedoya, oh, it just slips away from him. A couple more inches of space, or maybe a tighter first touch. That could be a shot on goal.
What about the 1v1 defended by Sharma? Completely standing up. Codono, nowhere for the Japanese to go. Had to recycle it and bring it all the way back. In the end, doesn't pan out.
And again, a surprise that Sharma's even in the lineup. They expected him to be on the bench, but he replaces Chris Clement. In comes this cross for Albion. Edge of the box. Nice first touch, but headed away. Out for nothing. This is a push, but it's not whistled. The referee says it's fair. And this is really nice. Well, it was for a moment. Ortiz will come back and win it after he had a really nice run going. Good defending from Albion, and now they'll win the ball back with pressure. Bedoya. He goes down, and this will be a foul. Free kick to come. And a yellow card as well to come, and that's the 4th booking by my count. There's been a few on both sides.
Yellow card. What a silly yellow card by Victor Blanco. I mean, absolutely, it is San Diego's ball. They win the free kick, obviously right here. The player wants to restart the ball. Blanco stands in front of it. The player tries to, and Blanco just kicks it away. Easy call for the referee. And now Victor Blanco, despite being a more of attacking midfielder, can't make any mistakes for the second half, or else his team will be down to 10 men.
Yeah, just 20 years old, Blanco, originally from Venezuela. He's got 1 goal, and this is now his 3rd yellow card on the season, despite being an attacker. So you start to see maybe some of the mentality, the personality of Blanco coming out. In comes a free kick in the meantime. Albion getting no joy from that one as we enter the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Can't imagine there's much more. And that is it. It really would have been a promising attack the other way, to be honest, for Lyon if there had been more time, but there isn't any. Ryan and I will take a break. It's a 1-0 lead for Club de Lyon. They're 45 minutes away from a 2nd straight victory and a 3rd straight positive result after starting the season with absolutely none of those. We'll take a break. Come back with us in a quarter hour. We'll have the second half of action from this Nice match between Club de Lyon and Albion San Diego right here on Vader Media. warm welcome back to Daytona Stadium in Daytona Beach, Florida, where Club de Lyon, the home side, are looking to get a second straight victory. Ryan Davis is with myself, Danny Catula, 1-0 here between Club de Lyon and the visitors, Albion San Diego. You mentioned in the open that there's a lot at stake for both sides, but maybe still a little bit more to prove for Club de Lyon. For me, in that first half, they certainly proved it, but they've got to do it for another 45 minutes.
Yeah, it seems to be more of the same that we've come to get used to with Club de Lyon over the last week or two. The intensity, the drive is there. Seems like Victor Balaguer has really gotten his point across to these players, and they've seemed to be getting on board on what's needed to get victories in this NISA League. And Club de Lyon, in the first 45 minutes, have delivered yet again. Ten Lopez converts the penalty, but that's only because of all the hard work that took place before that. And now San Diego on the road has to somehow match the intensity of this Club de Lyon team. But first off, boy, Danny, they're going to have to try and get the ball out to Cardona a little quicker to see if he can create some space for players in the middle. And Bedoya as well has to get the ball earlier. I know they like to build up. I know that's their MO. But it could be hurting them because of Club de Lyon's ability to close down quickly.
Second half's underway, as you mentioned, Ryan. Cardona will be the man to watch for. If they can get him service a little bit quicker, that could turn the tides a bit for Albion San Diego. But we shall see. 45 minutes more to play, and there's everything to play for. Club de Lyon with a win by this margin would go exactly level on points and on goal difference at -4 with Albion San Diego. Of course, if they were to win by more, that would put them ahead outright in the table, which would be good at the moment for 6th place. And you see the goalkeeper, who again was an interesting story coming into this one. He's making his very first appearance, whether it's as a starter or off the bench. It's Josue Masson, 31-year-old Mexican goalkeeper, and he hasn't had much to do, Ryan, but when he has been called into action on a couple occasions, he's done well. He's looked confident.
He has, and you know what? The beauty of this competition, the beauty of American soccer now he has a platform where he can perform, show his ability, and take the next step.
Well, here is a potential opportunity for Club de Lyon to take a second step towards victory. This is Gabriel Fritavera, and he goes all the way around the defender. I mean, usually from there you imagine it's a cutback and a cross. I think that's what the defender expected. Privatera said, no, I think I'll go for it myself. Look at this run.
Yeah, won the penalty in the first half for them to get the 1-0 lead. Again, going at defenders, making them second guess, making the defense collapse, which opens up room for other players to come in and try to score. He's been a handful, number 34.
Yeah, he's had a really good day so far. 5'9" central midfielder from Ciudad Ojeda in Venezuela. Pretty big Venezuelan influence on this Club de Lyon team. In comes a corner for them. Couple of players there. Far corner of the post, and that shot would not have counted. It was charged down anyway, but a player goes down in the box in blue for Albion. In case you're wondering, it's Albion moving right to left in those blue kits, and then left to right, of course, Club de Lyon. Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah, Matias Cruz, his eyes lighted up with that one, but he only received the ball because there was an infringement. But you have to love the physical play of Club de Lyon. It has won them the lead in the last match and the lead in this match. And they continue to play that same way, direct in possession, physical when they don't have the ball. And it's been very, very effective over the last 120 minutes.
See if it continues to be that way. They would like the result that right now they deserve, which would be all 3 points. And you just wonder how far they could continue to go, as now we're going to see a conversation, and maybe a bit more than a conversation. Looks like the yellow card is out. And if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be shown. Was that Jonathan Basaias in the number 7? Because if I'm not mistaken, he got a yellow card from the penalty in the box. Let's see this again. Let's see who it is. That is Basaias wearing the 7, and for me, that could be a yellow in itself for the infringement of stopping the play. But that there, the kick away, I might be mistaken, Ryan. Wouldn't that be a second yellow?
I think it was definitely a yellow card. Not sure if Basaias, well, he did give the penalty right away, and yes, he did give the yellow card, unless it was the yellow card was given to dissent from one of the other players. Not sure when the penalty was given.
Yeah, that's always possible. You never know what word might be said, or even sometimes you see a gesture that doesn't get caught on camera, which of course is probably the better situation anyway. In the meantime, we'll stay with 11 men on both sides. This is out of play off of Albion in that same zone where Basas has just picked up that yellow card, we assume. And it'll be a Club de Lyon throw. Nearly a handball there, but nice job just to control it off the chest instead. That's the defensive midfielder, Ronaldo Pineda. Throw in anyway, but Pineda will come right back and win it. Challenged there, Ten Lopez goes down, but there's no foul, no sympathy from the referee. Great link-up play, and they could still have a chance on at a shot from here inside the box. Oh, a nice layoff, but just not on the same page. It was a good effort from Carreon, still could be a chance, but man, if that pass is on target, very good look at goal.
Yeah, it all started in the center, well, just to the left of the center circle where they crowded out Club de Lyon and created a counter press. There they go again.
Those same two guys, edge of the box, no foul there, it's good defending. Nice little turn attempt from Pineda, but it doesn't quite come off for him. Ten Lopez trying to shield the play, can't do so. And this is going to be Corey Lundeen who sends it backwards. Ernest Mitchell has it. Gabar out to the left. This is Patty. Patty for Gabar again, right back to Patty. Very patient play right now. Albion are down a goal, but they're not playing with too much desperation at the moment. And this again is some intended link-up play between Carreon and Basais, but it's just not quite coming off for them. You see the movement, the runs, it's all positive, but that last touch, that last pass to set up a shot, it has not quite been there.
Yeah, in the last third, we just see some hesitancy. No one willing to take the responsibility, Danny. No players willing to take players on or try to penetrate the defense with a penetrative pass. It's been side to side and easy to defend for the Club de Lyon. So San Diego have to be a bit more aggressive, ask better questions in the last third. And like you said, find a better product, that pass or shot.
That's always the name of the game. Once you're down a goal, you've got to find an end product. We'll see if Albion can do it. They seem capable, and they've certainly got the ability to work through midfield and create the chances. It'll be a matter of finishing. Plenty of time to do it in. Almost 40 minutes still to play. Mitchell. Some pressure from Ten Lopez, not particularly intense at the moment. And Albion can easily break through that first line of defense. A couple more lines to break through, and this time they can't complete the task. And Ten Lopez equally unable to hold on to possession. This is a really nice job to win back possession and catching the keeper off his line, perhaps. Well, we didn't quite see exactly how that happened. Maybe we'll get a replay that shows us the full picture, but a really ambitious attempt at the very least. It looks like it's gone wide from Agustin Ortiz.
You were talking about confidence, explosiveness before this game about Club de Lyon. Another example, it's not just Ten Lopez, it's everyone. Again, just a half of a fraction of an opportunity and the player takes it. A shot on goal, the keeper had to make the save. But again, the idea was to be direct. Do not go side to side, have the attempt. You will be forgiven if you missed. And that's the questions you have to ask, and Club de Lyon are doing all the right things.
Purrain from the corner spot. Oh, there were players there. Edge of the box. The shot is wide. And they're asking for a touch. I think they're going to get one. We'll have another corner, Ryan.
Good header out. Good defensive header by San Diego. Ball pops out. A shot, but a deflection. The player in the red shirt did not disturb the play. He did not block the goalkeeper, so he's not offside.
Purrain again. Capable of good set pieces. This one's maybe a little bit low, but it comes right back in, and that is Roach to claim that one easily in the air. 54th minute, still 1-0.
Very important for San Diego to clear their lines. They could not afford to go down a second goal. They have not shown much in the attacking third. Had to take care of that defensive sequence. Now, can they build on the opening sequence that they had just minutes ago and get a shot on goal?
This is Gabara. Makes a player miss. Play it backwards, and that did not turn out as intended. See this touch last, I think. San Diego thought it was theirs, but it won't be. Instead of throwing now to come for Cruz. Cruz formerly a part of the Orlando City B team at the 3rd division. They're now part of MLS Next Pro, where all of MLS's B reserve sides play. Through ball into the attacking half. And now breaking into the attacking third potentially. It's a really nice run, continuing it down this right side and keeping it in as well. Cabarra doing its best and just does enough to disturb the run. It was not a bad effort though from Yuki Shibata. And there's pressure and there's still a chance. Lopez, that one's defended well. He'll try again. Backwards and now just working from midfield. Iriarte. Left. It's Sharma. Iriarte again. Into the air, it's safe.
Good spell so far by Club de Lyon. Didn't work out in that sequence before. And now they try to go direct. But it just shows they have the ability to switch things up. Not only go direct, but bring it around, recycle it, put pressure on San Diego, pin them back.
Interested to see exactly how much pressure that Victor Balaguer's side decides to go with, because in a certain sense the pressure is that risk that you take that gives you chances in front of goal, but at the same time it is a risk and potentially leaves you high and dry for the counter for Albion. So you've got to kind of balance your desire to get a second with your desire to keep the other side from getting there first. This one cleared away nicely by Matteo Borrelli. And can Privitera be set free? He'll send this one forward and a nice little run. This is Blanco. Victor Blanco working with Ten Lopez. Out to the left. What can they do from here? They'll just swing it back around patiently. Shibata. Backwards for Iriarte. Now it's Sharma. And again, Ryan, we see this patience. It's a little bit of a switch. Kind of an alternate option for a way to play, and this time they'll go direct. It won't work out. Here's Albion, and this is the potential danger that they offer, the counter. There's 4 on 3. If they do this right, it could be the equalizer shot. Oh, it didn't feel like the best option from there, and pounding the ground in disappointment, understandably so, is Daniel Bedoya.
Danny, we just talked about that final product. They did everything right defensively. They held their marks, they held their players, they got the counter-attack they wanted. And looks like Shibata, sorry, it was actually Cardona, just losing his footing at the last second, and they just couldn't find the end result.
That's been the story of the day so far for Albion. Still time to add a few new chapters. Let's see how it pans out. A couple bodies go down. No foul. It'll just be a throw from about midfield for Cruz. But we will see a substitution before then. And that's going to be Misael Mendoza, a guy who's made every start this season up until now. It's the first match of the year where he comes off the bench. He's got a goal this year. 5'11" winger, pretty tall for that position. And he went pro at age 16. Skipped high school. This is a young guy, only 17 now, and man, he has a lot of talent. He's been highlighted by local news stations in San Diego. He is quite the talent and quite the phenomenon, a very bright future.
He has 33 minutes to make a mark, and it's exactly what San Diego needs. Someone to come in with bright, different ideas, have the ability to run at players or create something in the last third. Maybe Mendoza is that man.
Well, he's proven he's got the quality to do so. We'll see if he can put it together tonight. That's what his team needs. Right side, building an attack.
Oh.
And it's quick as ever, but that touch just eludes the reach of Victor Blanco. And now coming the other direction. It was Lundin who moved it out right. And can they put it in the center now from here? Gotta create a chance. Can't do it. It's really nice defending, to be fair. Excellent work in midfield. And it's one back by Ortiz. He's going to send it long. Ten Lopez to chase. Oh, and he nearly picked it up as well. Mitchell slowed down to make sure he cleared it properly. And for a moment, you just thought maybe Ten Lopez would beat him to it.
You know, you have to love Club de Lyon. They play one way. Ortiz has a chance to regain possession. He has Ten Lopez with 3 centre-backs on his back. And he plays the ball long, plays the ball direct, exactly what his coach wants. Stick to the MO. Even if you give up the ball, take the chance. And yes, San Diego retrieved the ball.
And it's not, I don't think it's very hard to convince players either to play that way. It's fun football, especially when you're the one on the pitch making it happen. Those long balls, those just kind of hopeful plays. And I mean, more occasions than not, it's worked out for Club de Lyon. Of course, it's got them 1-0 ahead. Ernest Mitchell's back on the ball. We've mentioned his name quite a bit. It's been Albion working out of the back, and once they get into the attacking third, struggling for possession. Oh, a nice little lifted effort from Bedoya, but just escapes the opportunistic attempt of Carreon. Carreon again can't get there. Headed forward, Ten Lopez is going to wait for it patiently. He'll pick it up and he'll send it long. Purrain, he's got the space. And he did not quite have the pace on that occasion to beat Anthony Patty. A nice header back to his goalkeeper.
Calm defending by Patty, exactly what the rest of his team needs. Again, another ball over the top, and Patty in the right place at the right time, like a centre-back should. Taking all the pressure out of the situation, just nodding it back to goalkeeper Roach.
Really nice ball. And this is Cardona. He puts it in the middle. Oh, a great challenge. Perfect moment for a perfect play. And somehow it stays 1-0. That was excellent work from Albion. But again, they're not rewarded with the goal.
What we have seen from Club de Lyon over the last week or two is desperation. And that tackle had desperation all over it. Just to keep the squad 1-0. Just to shelter his goalkeeper Masson. Fantastic sliding tackle. Just throwing his body in front of the arm. In front of the shot. And it's kept Club de Lyon not only in the lead, but it's really gotten them 3 points last week as well, with that type of mannerism, that sort of attitude for the 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's pure instinct, isn't it, at a certain point for a good center back, and we've seen it in spades for really that whole back line, including the outside backs as well. Here's a long lifted ball. That won't go anywhere. And Blanco trying to keep possession. He does, but at the expense of Ronaldo Pineda. It's a foul and a free kick.
The physical play there again, but it's because they want to win back the ball. It's because they want to disrupt. All over the top. Defender did the right thing, put his body, and then the high kick. Easy call for the referee.
Yeah, it's a good decision. It's just about reached the face of Pineda. I wonder if that's actually going to be an indirect restart for a high kick. Either way, this is not exactly scoring territory. It shouldn't make much difference. 62nd minute, still 1-0. Club de Lyon in front of Albion San Diego. Plenty of time for that scoreline to change. We'll see what the next chapter of the narrative is. No goal to come from this particular page, but it could be on its way and coming. Moved out left. Some space to work in, and Cardona has the dribbling skill to get around a few. He'll turn around. He'll get it back. That's a nice one, too, with Bedoya. He's still going. Cardona leaves it off. The shot is blocked. Still in the area. Oh, he wanted to get on his bike, and going down with Carreon in the middle. There's no foul. I think it's the right choice. But, man, it is pins and needles defending for Club de Lyon at the moment.
Well, the same place where Privatera won the penalty kick in the first half. Cardona does his best Privatera impersonation. Fantastic dribbling. Running at defenders, the little 1-2 with Bedoya. Again, couldn't find the end product, but this is exactly the person, like we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, that has to make the difference for San Diego. It is Cardona.
Well, we'll see. I think the referee made a motion for a substitution. Still waiting if that's the case on the identity of that one. Still only one substitution in this match so far. We saw a change as for Albion. Mendoza came in, and I think we might are just going to see a picture of who's come on. It's Kevin Duque. He came in last time as well as a substitute a week ago. Midfielder who can also play in a defensive role, 22-year-old Colombian. Made 2 starts and now making his 4th appearance in total on the year. And if I had to guess, given his positioning, he's probably replacing Matias Cruz there. So a defensive change. Not surprising. Maybe Club de Lyon wanting to, at least in personnel and the fresh legs that they have, try and prioritize holding on to the 1-0 lead they have, because we all know that's not the style that they'll play.
Exactly, Danny. Perfect timing. It's about 27 minutes to go. Understand you may need some fresh legs at the back. Excellent choice by Victor Balaguer.
And now we will see the substitute Duque. He'll send this one in, and it is immediately won back by Albion. They'll win a throw. Gabarra, wearing the captain's armband. And he'll just survey his options. Doesn't find any he likes. Finally gets it in. Long. Touch off of Duque's head. And Borelli is going to escort this one out. Make sure it's not a corner, but rather a throw-in. And you wonder if Gabarra will just try a long throw-in tactic here. He will not.
Oh.
Nice turn, though. That's beautiful. Can a cross come of it? It can. Who's there at the top of the box? It doesn't matter. It's excellent defending. Still in the area. Long effort and high and wide. Not the effort that they wanted. That first touch was beautiful to just turn his defender. But again, the cross, the final movement, it isn't there.
But Cardona is slowly getting into the mood. Lovely turn onto the byline. Left the defender for dead. Decent ball to the top of the 18-yard. You just want to see more blue shirts getting closer between that 6-yard box and the penalty spot to become more effective. Cardona had to go all the way out to the other side of the penalty spot, which took the pressure off of the play. But again, the Japanese player starting to ask the right questions.
In midfield, what can Ortiz do? Move it out right. It's a good chance for Shibata to move forward, and he's got Duque to his right as well. He's going to cut inside. Now he will play Duque. He's got space, potential for a cross. It's low, it's partially deflected, still in the area. Shibata has it. Top of the box. Well, let it rip. And that is not going to find its way goalwards. And, ooh, I wonder if that was necessary. I think we'll see a yellow card come for Shibata, and it will be deserved. It does come out now, but I just wonder. I think Club de Lyon were in good shape to win that one back anyway, despite the attacking chance. I wonder if it was necessary for Shibata.
Yep, Danny, you know what though? It's the way they play. They have one way and they stick to it. There was a bit of a counter-attack and the arm came out, and as soon as that arm comes out, the referee has no choice but to book the player.
Well, we do want to let you know that we were able to pick up on the one substitution, and it's actually Kevin Duque who's come in for Blanco. So that's a defender replacing a more attacking option in midfield. And then there's a second substitution that's happened at the same time. You're going to see Matias Mercado come in, another defender, replacing the right back, Sharma. So Sean Sharma and Blanco are out. Duque and Mercado, two defenders, come in for Lyon. And Lyon are on the ball now. Right side. Oh, it's clever. Can they keep it going here? Duque is just gonna push Guevara off the ball, and that's one way to do it. It's gonna be a foul, but made sure that Guevara did not win the ball back. That's for sure.
Well, Kevin Duque looks like he's never going to win a race, and did not win that race at all, and just threw his body behind the player and accepted the referee's verdict.
Yeah, well, who needs to win a race when you're that strong? I suppose the speed doesn't matter as much in that case. Here's Ernest Mitchell, another strong figure on his own back line for Albion. And left side Patty will send it long, intercepted quickly. And a little bit of space for Club de Lyon to work in. Duque. Big right back, he will give it away. Nice job by Ortiz to get his body in the way, win it back. Some interchanges with the triangles, and they'll send it back, content to hold on to possession. Midfield under a bit of pressure. Yeah, as you say, they are very comfortable on the ball despite the pressure. Ooh, just jumping over an opponent. He's actually going to win the free kick as Mitchell. Quickly taken. Pineda switches it left. Cardona sends it backwards. Gabarra will find Patty. Mitchell. To the right, a little bit aerial. That's not the idea. Kind of wanted a ground pass there, and they'll have to start this one over. Pineda. Beats a player with the pass. And it's Lundin. Lundin wants to get inside. He'll move it out to the corner instead. Bedoya couldn't do anything there. The tricky dribbling doesn't come to fruition. Other direction. Here's Club de Lyon. We know what they want to do. There's a player offside, and Lopez was trying to get it forward to Purrain, but had to think better of it.
And they're staying so compact at the back, Club de Lyon, that even when players like Cardona and company go out wide, the red shirts are staying tight. Oop, giveaway.
Oh boy, and this could be an opportunity. Wow, an excellent and very important intervention. But that's going to be given away as well, and there's still numbers forward in blue. How about this? Could it be a chance? There's plenty of players in the box still dribbling. Oh, could this be a penalty? The referee says no, and Albion are incest. I think they have a case.
Well, Danny, he missed one in the first half when the goalkeeper came out. And I think he missed one here again. That is 2 penalties he may have missed.
And they would have both been for Albion as well. Very, very interesting.
I
Let's
understand
see this comes to the middle.
Referees don't want to look impartial by giving away penalties to one team. But if it's worthwhile, and this is definitely up, and look at that miss, completely lunging at the player, missing the tackle, and San Diego should have had a penalty.
Yeah, you have to say it's awfully fortunate, as the man who would have given it away is the Japanese winger Yuki Shibata, former Michigan Stars player. He's played for Stumptown, he's played for FC Tucson, and now the referee is gonna, I think, as he booked one of the staff members. Wouldn't surprise me given the situation. Again, Albion have every right to be incensed right now, to be a bit frustrated. I think they probably do have a case for the fact that that should have been a penalty. It's on the edge of the box, but it's inside for sure. So that's not a concern. And then, I mean, there definitely is contact, and there's no contact with the ball from Shibata. Well, that brings us here. Lyon still 1-0 up, a bit fortunate perhaps that Albion didn't get a penalty chance. And the other way, Club de Lyon with a set-piece opportunity of their own, 30 yards from goal. What will they do with this one? Could be a direct hit. It sure is. Goes goalwards, and it is wide, harmlessly. Ben Roach is content to watch it.
Well, good effort. Looks like it gets a piece of the wall as it goes through.
It did.
The technique was there. Trajectory as well. So good effort by Club de Lyon.
Yeah, it does take a piece of that wall, which was well set up in the end. Does its job. So a corner kick to come. Matias Purrain, who has been good in this role as the set-piece taker. He'll send it in. Both arms up, they come down. Away goes the ball. To the back post, floating. Players there, and the header is not at the level of quality that the home side would have liked. And actually a yellow card comes out too. I couldn't tell you who that's to or what it was for. The referee's going to hold play though to make sure he gets it in his book.
Going back to the corner, good delivery to the last post. The defender supposed to nod that back in the direction it came from. Sorry, the attacking player back across the goal, just couldn't get his head around it. And it looks like it was a free kick during that sort of scrum.
Yeah, it does seem that way. And again, a yellow card was issued, so wonder if maybe just a straight hand hit a head or a face, and that could have warranted that. But in any case, Albion looking to break forward. Oh, was that a bit of a stop there? It's some physical play to be sure on the back line. This is Borrell. Long ball from the Argentinian. And picked up by Albion in midfield. Immediately given away. Duque just boots it forward. And it's going to find Ortiz. Agustin Ortiz takes some contact, keeps going. The center of gravity helps him there. Moved out left, couple of bounces. And on the left wing, what's on here? Purrain's making a move to the left. Instead, it'll just stay on the ball. And wow, what a run this is. It's blocked. Privatera had a really good go at it. And if there's anybody you're going to pardon for holding on to the ball that long with players around him, Privatera would be the guy. Couldn't get anything there. Battle for the ball. No one can hold on to possession. Left side. This is Cardona. Still with it, and it's well defended in the end by a trailing Matteo Borrelli.
Well, despite being down 1-0, San Diego again staying disciplined in defense, staying compact. Eventually wins it back. Cardona wins the throw-in. But I think San Diego just needs to be a little bit more patient when they get possession. They've been caught up in a bit of a ping-pong match with Club de Lyon. And they have to kind of go back to their style, their brand, which is this. Some side-to-side passes and move up as a group.
Just over 15 to play. And that's not a great first touch from Cardona. Duque wins it back. He is held back. And a free kick will result. Chance for Club de Lyon to let a little bit of time go and to maybe try and break up this piece of play that's been good for Albion. I think they've been the better side in the last few minutes.
Well, we talked about Duquet's shortcomings in open space. So as a result, he is a master of his positioning. So they try to find the ball in between the two defenders, but Duque right there to make sure Cardona doesn't slip through.
Facilitated out left by the goalkeeper, Masson. Still holding on to his clean sheet. It'll be the first one all year, or sorry, the second one this year, after a 0-0 draw with LA Force a couple of match days ago. And just a little bit of gamesmanship here. Oh, now a little bit more than gamesmanship, and you start to see the tensions threaten to boil over. The kettle is certainly hot. As in midfield, Cabarro moves it out left. Patty. Dallas, Texas native with Brazilian heritage. She'll move it forward. A couple passes later. Cleared away by Borrelli. It's good defending. Throwing to come, and I believe we'll see it come in from Lundin. No, he'll leave it off. And another change to come now. It's for the losing side. Who will they bring in? It's Nukele Boe from Bonga, Liberia. That is a fantastic town name to say. Fourth largest city in Liberia, if you were curious. He's 26 years old. Played for the Purple Eagles of Niagara. And also that town that he happens to be from, the same town that six-time Pro Bowl Chiefs linebacker Tamba Hali is from, interestingly enough. So a bit of a sports connection there. A couple of talented guys coming out of Bonga.
Just to give everyone a geographical reminder, coming from Liberia to then play for Niagara Falls is a bit of a cold change. That's from one part of the equator to the northern hemisphere. So he's going to have to be versatile.
Oh, goodness. And this is going to be an interesting decision for the referee. Ernest Mitchell is going to receive, what, a yellow card it looks like. And it really could have been more. It's a really high challenge, and it gets to face. Let's see it again of Ten Lopez. That there, he just misses. And yeah, oh, no, he's not quite gotten the face, but he's certainly gotten him high in the chest. I think it's the right decision to go yellow.
With Ernest Mitchell, the problem was the ball, he missed. He did not line his body up with the ball, so as the ball beat his body, he then had to take evasive action and try to stick his leg out as the on-running Agustin Ortiz was about to make a break.
And Lopez still involved in the action. He is offside this time, so illegally doing so. And in the 77th minute, we will have an Albion goal kick. Bowie, just to finish his biography, he's represented Michigan Stars in NPSL most recently, also played with SC Buffalo of NPSL and Dakota Fusion in the UPSL as well. Been around the American landscape. And how about this for Cardona? Try to get around Duque. That's a really good challenge for Big Kevin Duque. Good shielding and no foul. It's excellent job to win the ball back by Bedoya. Cardano's going to try to take advantage. Oh, and you saw what he wanted to do. Just wanted to curl it in that top corner. Would have been a beauty if he had done so. But it curls the opposite way. Chance goes begging.
Well, again, Duque doing a great job 1v1 defending with Cardona, but eventually pops back into San Diego's possession, and Cardona does not get his foot around the ball, and he splices it wide.
That's so close. It's a matter of inches, sometimes even less than that. The difference between a really, really good finish and one that doesn't quite come off the way it's supposed to. And now Club de Lyon just getting in a bit of trouble with the referee for what he judges to be time wasting. Masson will just play it short in the end, and now it's booted long to midfield. Battle for it here again. Mitchell can't quite claim that first touch. Last time he received a yellow card for the resulting challenge when he lost control. This time it's just a throw-in. Just over 10 minutes remaining. Club de Lyon looking good for now, but this could go either way. Long throw-in, couple of bounces. Burain. He loves being in that corner. Can he do something creative here? No, the two players from Albion are able to win it back. It's Pineda specifically who picks it up, and he's on the ball now. Switches it out right. Klasewski. Long ball from Klasewski. Keeps it in play. That's exactly what you want to do from there. And now in midfield, Mendoza had it, and he will play it forward. Again, just a little bit iffy from Mitchell. Picked up by Ten Lopez for a moment. Ernest Mitchell very strong, very confident in himself in the first half. Maybe not quite to the same level. That's been the case in the second.
Yeah, I've just seen him bending over right now, some fatigue setting in. Remember, this was back-to-back matches for this San Diego team. They just played on Saturday night. It's only Tuesday night now, so not much recovery for some of the players. And looks like Ernest Mitchell is definitely starting to feel the effects of logging all those minutes.
That's right, and it's also the third match in 7 days. In a literal calendar week, it's the third time that San Diego have played all of those away matches. Going to see a couple changes here. Coming in for the away side first is going to be Heath Martin. Fascinating, because that's a center back. 6', 21-year-old center back Heath Martin from Knoxville, Tennessee. But it looks like he's headed forward as well. He did play a little bit farther forward. He's been all over the place in his academy career. Started with Atlanta United in their youth setup. So he could play forward, but it's not his natural position. Interested to see how that pans out. In the meantime, for Club de Lyon, we are going to see a striker, Kevin Hernandez. So kind of the opposite of what you'd expect given the way the match is going. In the box now, it's cleared away nicely. Club de Lyon have been up for every defensive task. In midfield, Bowie loses out. Hernandez, the substitute, will pick it up. He'll move it out left. That is not a great pass. Intercepted, long ball. Albion want to get forward quickly and directly. Cardono, he takes some contact, but it's a really nice job to win the ball first. Duque is there. And Club de Lyon are really letting the assistant referee have it. They thought it was offside.
Yeah, it was San Diego actually going direct, just like Club de Lyon. They won it back in the center circle, went straight to Cardono, which is something they need to do more of. And they win a corner kick.
Let's see what comes of this corner. Less than 10 to play. Time of the essence, and that's putting it lightly. In it comes. It's a good service, high in the air. Still in the area. This one blocked. Hernandez can't quite get control of it. Martin lays it off. That is completely whiffed. My goodness, a great chance is squandered. And now just turning it around. Borrelli will send it long. Only guy back is the Liberian substitute, Boy.
Danny, that shot looked like my golf swing. Completely missing the ball. Didn't get anything of it. I tell you what, that could be the fatigue factor. Let's hope it's just that.
Yeah, you would hope so. My goodness, that's funny because it's relatable. That's my golf swing too. It was years ago when I was playing actively, and now it's been a while. So you can imagine it's gotten even worse. But for Club de Lyon, it only gets better. Continuing in the attack, they move it outright. Potential chance to get forward here with Duque, and he'll move it to a now writhing Agustin Ortiz, who's gone down, the former Anderson Trojan. And you just hope that's nothing serious. He just went down immediately. We'll see it again. But it's not one of those where it feels like time. Oh, yeah, you see it. It's the kind of right knee that bends and he clutches it immediately. This is really disappointing for, I mean, at any stage, it's disappointing to see an injury take place. You never want to see it. But at this stage in the match, for this guy, Ortiz has worked really hard. Been a workforce in midfield all night long. Certainly doesn't deserve to have his night end this way if that is the case. And I think many will make the case, Ryan, that at this stage in the match, maybe it's time wasting, maybe it's gamemanship to go down. But for me, the way he goes down and the way he immediately clutches that knee, it did look like he bent it pretty poorly.
Yeah, I think Gabarra did not hold back as he came in for the challenge. And his knee, like you said, got it back of Ortiz's knee. So the way he kind of buckled under that challenge, yeah, it seems to be pretty serious. But football players over the last couple of decades, you never know if it's just game management at this point.
Yeah, that's true. It's always a question in people's mind, I think. Ortiz wears the number 27, of course. 23-year-old from Mendoza, Argentina, we mentioned. Played or finished his college career anyway with Anderson in South Carolina, just outside of Greenville, South Carolina, at the Division II level. Transferred there from Lee's McRae College. That's also a Division II school in the Highlands of North Carolina. So, born in Argentina and found his way to the Carolinas. He's stuck around, also played some semi-professional soccer over his summers with Tri-Cities Otters there in the Johnson City, Tennessee area, Tri-State. And he is, I think, back up. Not sure if we've made a substitution for him. Couldn't quite tell from our camera angle, but here come Albion. They've got to show no mercy in these attacking moments that they have. They don't have too many remaining. Boy. Mitchell. And they're taking their time. It's patient, which I think is fine for the next few minutes, but you've got to have an intent. You've got to have an attacking purpose. They've got the ball back again. Bedoya. Oh, he falls down somewhat theatrically, but it will be a foul. And a free kick for the boys in blue. It's taken quickly. And out to the left, just outside your picture. Cabar moves it forward. Now it's backwards for Bedoya. Daniel Bedoya. Still has it. Moves it out left. Not on the same page with substitute Heath Martin, who again is naturally a center back, but right now playing on the left wing. Another change to come.
Bedoya just trying to use some of that trickery to find some space for players where there is no space. You can understand that it's no easy task. Like you said, another substitution for the home team.
Well, picture went away just as we were going to get an idea of who was coming off, but we can tell you that coming on is Johan Garcia, another really bright future right there. 19-year-old Venezuelan, only making his second appearance, and he will concede a foul straight away. And will he get a yellow card as well? He will. Now, he is contesting that he played the ball backwards to a Albion player, but because he put it away from the play and stopped the potential restart, he is going to get a yellow. I think it's solely for time wasting. I don't think it's for the foul.
Correct, yeah. These players are just trying to do whatever it takes to take a couple more seconds off the clock. The referee is aware of it. Does the right thing, gets him a yellow card, and he's still trying to plead his case.
Yeah, he's got Purrain now advocating on his behalf, but none of that will do any good. The yellow card has been issued. And in comes a quick free kick from the corner. Oh, it's a beautiful finish! Just a moment of quality that they were waiting for. Albion San Diego out of nothing have equalized. Beautiful ball in. Even better finish. We're level.
Picture perfect. Ortiz must be kicking the rocks right now. What a delivery by Bedoya. And an even better header. He had so much to do. He gets to it and flicks it onto the last post. What a masterpiece, set piece from Albion San Diego. Wow, it took a lot to break this Club de Lyon goal, and they did that. What an amazing free kick, and what a finish by the goal scorer.
And you want to know who it is, Ryan? It's the substitute defender who's come on a few minutes ago, Heath Martin, wearing the number 3 shirt, a 21-year-old from Knoxville. He's got his first goal in only his 3rd match, hasn't made a start all year, and has one of the biggest moments in recent memory for this Albion San Diego side. That could rescue a point, or, I mean, there's more to play. Could be even more for San Diego.
Lots of time left now. San Diego are the ones with momentum. They have confidence. They're looking for 3 points now.
They're looking for it, and will they find it? Could have a chance. Oh, and that could be a foul against Mercado. But we'll keep playing. Here's a shot. That one is blocked quickly. Mercado does pick it up. Matias Mercado plays it back to his goalkeeper, Masson. Long and floating ball. Not what you want to do when you're clearing it away, but nice job by Privitera to pick it up anyway. Mitchell heads it right back in Privitera's path. Purrain.
So quick on these second balls, Danny. Anything loose. Club de Lyon again first to it. Clean it up and get an attack.
Long ball Purrain. He's going to find the run of, I think. Yeah, that's going to be Matias Cruz, I believe. And he loses it. So here come Albion in midfield. It's right there for the taking for either side. Does one of them have a winner?
Tell you what, Bedoya has woken up. 29-year-old. And he's starting to pull the strings.
Martin loses possession on his attempted pass, but there's high pressure, and it's given away. Cadono loses out. Privitera battling with Boy. He'll play it backwards. Boy after winning the ball back. Patty. Mitchell. Boy again. Working down the left. Patty. Long ball, and it does not go anywhere. Duque is able to win it back. He's also fouled, and so a free kick for Club de Lyon. Now it's an interesting kind of dilemma that Club de Lyon find themselves in. Do they go for the 3 points, knowing that they had it in the bag a few moments ago, or do you just settle for the point that you've got at home?
I don't think they know how to do that. I think they're going to play it a direct way and try and go for the win. But it is San Diego now who smell blood in the water, and they're hunting in packs, trying to get that turnover and then create the counter press.
That's a really good point. I don't think we've seen in any circumstance, despite having seen Club Lyon be up a couple of times by multiple goals, I don't think I've ever seen them lay back and just kind of play for a draw or play for any result. They get forward and they like to score. So it sets up a fascinating finish, because I think Club de Lyon, that's always their mindset and their makeup as a club. But then for Albion, based on the way the match is going, that's how they'll feel too. In comes a cross. Could be a chance. Players there. And they both got in each other's way. Ten Lopez lost sight of the ball, and he's fouled a Albion player. They're not pleased with the contact, and they're going to try and go quickly. Hernandez is going to keep that from happening as we hit minute number 90. About 5 seconds away from extra time. Patty has space. Chance to pick out a player. He'll move it up slowly with Bedoya. Gabara. Still Gabara. And it's lost, but it's a throw-in for Albion. Playing it long. Couple of bounces. Gabara gets it in the middle. And it is going to find Cadono. It's well defended. And it's out for a corner kick. Albion San Diego are not content with this draw. They want to go on for all 3 points.
Well, they've made so much inroads down on this left-hand side because of Cardono and because Bedoya now is drifting across to this left-hand side, and they're overloading, having more players for the Club de Lyon right back to deal with. So they're creating chances and now getting a corner kick. Can they convert?
We shall see. It's a short corner. We've seen it a couple of times from them. Oh, not great execution, but still in the area, still a chance. Masono's work to do, and he can't do it! That's an unbelievable finish! In an even more unbelievable circumstance! Can you believe it? A moment of pure class! Daniel Bedoya has what could be the winner in stoppage time!
If you kept your eye on number 10 for the last 15 minutes, he has completely come alive, asking questions, pushing the play, trying to create space. Well, he set up the goal for the equalizer, and then he just pulled out an absolute masterpiece that will be shown all over Sports Center for the coming weeks. Brilliant play by Bedoya. It nestled into the last post. What a play, and well deserved by San Diego and their number 10.
The man from Medellin, he is making sure everyone knows he deserves that number 10 shirt. That is a number 10 play if I've ever seen one. My goodness, that's a beautiful goal. It's his first of the season to go with 2 assists. He usually plays provider. This time, he plays the finisher in a huge moment for Club de Lyon. You have to feel for them. It's not over yet, but they've really got to push things now. They were in control, felt like they deserved the 3 points, and now all of a sudden, Albion have come right back and shown they are just as deserving.
That was just magic. I'm sorry, both of the goals, Club de Lyon was stubborn in their defense. They were rigid and physical. Both of the goals were just absolute class. The free kick, the header was special. And that goal by Bedoya, talk about something that you pull off once, twice a season. That was amazing.
Well, it's always been drama from the first moment and the last match in this one as well. Club de Lyon playing great football. Right now, they're not going to get anything from it. Can they change that around? You just wonder how much more time is left. You'd imagine maybe it's 1 or 2 more minutes of stoppage time. Really 2 at the most, as we hit 93 now. Up to the referee and his watch. Battle for it, and going down is, let's see who that was. I think it was Borrelli, and that will be a free kick. So we'll see what comes of this. Maybe the last chance for Club de Lyon to rescue a point. Tension here as the home side really feel they need something from this. It was all 3 points 10 minutes ago.
Have to loft this into the left-hand side of your screen and have somebody headed back across the goal. That's the only angle to play with.
In it comes. There is a player out there, but he can't get his head to it. It's punched away. And very pleased with his work, as he should be, is Ben Roach. And there will be another yellow card to come. Those plastic cards have been flying today.
Looks like it's Kieran Duque, the substitute, coming in and just throwing his body into the keeper. We've seen him throw his body around more than once. Big right back.
Yeah, he's got the body to throw around for sure. He is certainly not making any friends with the opposition, but sometimes that's the defender's job as well, as now the referee's job has been to quell a few fires. Seems he's done that to an acceptable degree. By the way, a reminder, it's Alejo Calume who's had a lot of decisions to make. Some good, some bad. I think in the end it's mostly canceled out. 95th minute. How much longer will Alejo let this game play? Right side, and are they just going to go to the corner and shield it here?
Have to, Danny, just to kill some time, put the pressure on the referee.
Well, that's all the pressure they need to add. It's over. In the last 10 minutes, Albion San Diego absolutely steal 3 points, turn the result on its head, and leave Club de Lyon in absolute shock. Such a disappointing finish for the home side. You felt they deserved more. They've been playing great football, and it was all going just absolutely like a fairy tale. But Albion San Diego, with 2 moments of impressive quality, Ryan, turn it around, and they're deserved winners at the end.
Absolutely. Victor Balaguer cannot be angry with Club de Lyon. They did everything right. They were intense. They won all the second balls, created opportunities. But San Diego, first of all, the penalty, because of the intensity from his teammates, he converts. The home team take a 1-0 lead. His 4th goal in a row, Danny. But then, magic from Bedoya, and they flick on. Just majestic to the last post. He had so much to do. What a goal to equalize this game. But the magic was not done yet. The deliverer turns the scorer, Bedoya. To the last post he goes again, catching Mazon. And a fantastic victory for San Diego. But again, 2 moments of magic stole the show for Albion.
Well, if there was ever a match to show you the 2 sides of emotions that you feel in a good soccer match, this would be it. You feel for Club de Lyon. You think they deserved more, but for Albion, so impressive to watch the way they responded. It wasn't their night. They had good opportunities. They played enterprising football, but it didn't really fall for them until those final 10 minutes. Did they give up? No, they did not. And they found 2 moments of incredible brilliance in a couple of different fashions, but Daniel Bedoya was a part of both of them. I think for me, he's probably the man of the match solely for those last 10 minutes.
Absolutely. He stole the show, and his body language changed about 5 to 10 minutes before the free kick. He was starting to become active, looking to find ways to create something. And boy, when he got the dead ball, he delivered. And then when he got a minute just to look up, not even a minute, just some daylight to look up, boy, he picked out the last piece of twine in the goal net, and he hit it beautifully.
Well, it was a beautiful finish, and a beautiful finish to this match as well for Albion San Diego. They pick up 3 points. They're up to 10 on the season after 6 matches. They're right back in it in that top 3 race. That is a fascinating table. Beyond Chattanooga FC, who are far and away ahead, we mentioned it at the start, there is a lot of traffic, a huge crowd fighting for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, those positions toward the top of the table. So much more excitement to come, and you don't have to wait long for the next match. We'll have live for you here on Vader Media another Club de Lyon home match, and it's also against Albion San Diego. So bookmark this one. All these same players will be right back on the pitch, and oh, that sounds like a tantalizing prospect. For Ryan Davis, myself, Danny Catula, it's been a blast giving you live coverage of NISA Pro Soccer on Vader Media via 11 Sports. We'll see you guys next time for live coverage on Friday. Same time, same place, 7:30 p.m. right here on Vader Media. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your evening, and be blessed.